Hi guys, I'm Shmi, hello and welcome back to the channel where you join me today in Florida out with my Shelby GT500 here with a few friends at a runway ready to have some fun. Now alongside my car is a Hellcat Redeye you might recognize from Freddy, Tavarish, who is here today with this project that was basically built up from a rental car. Now we're going to have a bit of fun. We will check out this with Freddy, go through exactly what went into that car, then with two very American muscle cars and an open runway behind me here, I think we can probably guess what's coming, plus a few other things around as well. So this should be pretty fun. I don't actually know what's going to come out on top. I do know that that's a lot of fun. I've driven it before. Today though, let's find out how the Hellcat Redeye does and what this is going to be like. Here we are then, Freddy.
What's going on, dude?
How you doing? It's good to be back here in Florida.
Yeah, it's actually not hot, and it's great weather, especially to race cars like these.
Well, talk to us about this. Normally when I come to visit you, it's been your McLaren 675 LT, your Fast and Furious Murcielago. Yeah. This time American Muscle. Yeah, and this is actually the most powerful car I've had on your channel. This is my 2021 Dodge Charger Hellcat Redeye, and this amazing wide body here. Now, I do say 2021, but it's technically, very technically, a 2017 because I took the body of a 2017 V6, which was like a rental car and it was repossessed and all of this stuff. And I put all the 2021 bits on it. So now it is completely OEM stock and making 797 horsepower. This needs a bit more explaining because you had everything from the latest flagship, top spec. Right. Charger Hellcat Redeye. Okay, yeah, so that I probably should explain that a little more. So I can show you underneath the hood. So usually, you know, a V6 Charger comes with a 3.6 liter something or other. This is a 6.2 liter V8 and it's supercharged, and this is a 2.7 liter supercharger, and it makes around 797 brake horsepower, 707 foot-pounds of torque. It's mated to an 8-speed automatic transmission from ZF, and this is the fastest, I need to get this right, it's the fastest 4-door mass market car in the world. I think the top speed is somewhere around 203 miles an hour, so like too shy of a 675 LT. Not bad, not bad. So you ended up with an engine and some parts. Sorta, yeah. So I originally did a deal with Dodge and Motor Trend, and they gave me a 2021 Hellcat Redeye, and they told me that I could modify it for an event called Roadkill Nights in Michigan. So I did that, but afterwards they said, well, we have to crush the car, but you get to keep the engine and everything around it. And I took everything around it, meaning like literally everything on the car. So I gave them just a bare shell. And I took a V6 that I found in an auction site and just changed everything that I could to the 2021. Literally every single bolt is brand new from the new car. I also had it painted in this amazing Gold Mango Pearl, which is a 2021 Hellcat color. And I love the way it pops. I love the way it has this really cool, well, it's a pearl effect. It's like a gold pearl, and gold is sort of my thing. We also did a lot of work back here. So the 2017s are all narrow body, and this is before they had all the wide body. So this all had to be modified. Like there's a lot of work that went back here. We had to modify the roof to fit this. And also it's a 2017 car with about 90,000 miles. So there were dents and dings all over the place. So we had to fix all of those. But right now this car is absolutely 100% OEM. This is exactly how it would be coming from a showroom at the Dodge dealership. And the kind of funny thing is you've literally had every single bolt of this Every single one, yeah. You've put it all together around the 2017 chassis using all the new parts. Well, I'm not gonna say me, like particularly, because it was me and my friend Jared and Jack, and we also had a guy, Louis, paint this entire thing. And this is all DIY though. Like this is all done at my shop, and I'm super, super, super proud of what we have accomplished. I was never like a big muscle car guy. I'm actually not a muscle car guy at all. But driving this car, it's so silly. It is the silliest experience ever because it's not a light car. No. Actually, how much do you think this weighs? It's got to be over 2,000 kilos and pounds. Yeah. So this is 4,600 pounds. So that's it's literally more than 2 tons. This is like a Range Rover. And the other thing to point out, front tires. Oh yeah. So this is these are 305 wide, and these are square stance, which means that all 4 tires are the same width. And these are also not very light. Nothing on this car is like super Leggera status. It's
But 305 wide up front. I'm not even sure if there is any other production car out there with wider than 305 front tires.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't think that's a thing, but I know that this also has an adaptive suspension. Well, adaptive. It's not like like an Audi or even a GM like Magnetic Ride or something. This is just kind of like it stiffens it up just a little bit. But essentially, this is an 800 horsepower rental car. It's so silly.
When you put it like that, can we take a listen to it? Because I know the supercharger whine is insane.
Absolutely, yeah.
We'll get this started, have some of that V8 grumble. There we go.
It's pretty subdued, but then when you give it a little bit,
yeah,
it's not bad, is it?
That's a bit ridiculous. So I suppose I should hop on board with you.
Oh yeah.
We'll go for a quick run.
Yes, please.
And then it'll be time for a bit of a race. Let's do it.
Oh yeah.
All right. 800 horsepower in here.
Oh yeah.
So you had to refit all of this. Oh yeah, all of the gadgets, gizmos, screens, displays.
Yeah, so everything in here is exactly 2021 spec. In fact, it has 3,983 miles on it. What's cool about this is that all the money that you spend buying this car, it's just the engine. So it's a little bit Ferrari-ish.
Yeah.
Like you buy the engine and you get the car for free.
I mean, same kind of story with what's alongside us over there.
Well, we're talking about this car, I don't want to focus on, listen, I look at that car and I get jealous, okay? That car, it sounds great, and it's just, I can't look over there. It's going to make me do things.
Okay.
So,
well, it made Tyler.
Oh,
I went
yeah.
to visit him.
You ruined Tyler, you know that, right? You ruined Tyler.
I stopped by Hoovies with the GT500 just shy of a year ago.
So we have an SRT mode, and there's a lot of really cool options here. Shift light, that's sort of standard, but you have a AC chiller. So if you put the chiller on, it shuts off the AC inside the car, and it runs it through the supercharger. So it essentially makes the intake air temperature super cold, and that means that you can already tell that the AC is not working here anymore.
Yeah.
But during runs, it gives it the ability to not heat soak, and you can do back-to-back runs as many times as you want. Also, you have your line lock, and line lock, you know what that is. It just means super massive burnouts. Then you have your performance pages and stuff, but like right here, if you put custom mode, you have your different power modes for the nice.
Yeah, it's like, as you do.
Yeah, we have a person that's just driving across the grass. Yeah, we have our transmission, that's in street, paddle shifters are on. And if you notice the paddle shifters, have you ever seen smaller paddle shifters in any other car?
Oh wow, it's just like...
It's just a little, like you can put 2 fingers on here and that's it. You have your traction, suspension, steering. Yeah. All that stuff doesn't really matter because this has a ton of low-end torque. Yeah. So let us go to...
Basically, you thwack it into gear.
Absolutely.
Point it in a straight line, like a very straight line, Mustang style.
Yeah, basically. So
and we hope we end up in a straight line.
Okay.
Are we line locking?
No, I'm turning off line lock. Okay.
Not ready for that yet.
Yeah, so we could just put it in custom. Let's turn the AC chiller off because it's
getting hot.
It's getting hot really, really quickly. Turn it. Okay, there we go. It is a Dodge, so it takes a little bit.
That's better. Bit of AC.
Yeah. Okay. And we have a runway in front of us, and we can roll into it.
Oh, the supercharger. Yeah, that feels like 800 horsepower, but it feels very heavy.
That's 100, 110, and that's 120.
So what does this effectively do in a quarter mile? Must be...
So the best that the OEM came up with was a 10.6.
Okay.
It's really hard for this car to hook up.
Yeah.
And especially with the Pirelli tires that were on here before, they really, you can burn them off very quickly. But I have some Michelin PS4Ss on here, so they grip a little bit more, but 800 horsepower is still 800 horsepower, you know?
Yeah. I know that problem. The GT500 is exactly the same. You need to get it hooked up. When you do get it hooked up, you are gone.
You go, but just to get that initial push, it can be a little...
serious challenge. So we've got a nice little circle open area.
Yeah, I wonder what we can do. Hey, you want to see if the line lock works?
Over to you.
Okay, let's see. Let's see how it works.
Step at a time.
Activate line lock, apply brake pressure, apply brake, hit OK, and then, well, actually, let's put in track so it doesn't. Track. This is, you need a computer science degree for this.
Yeah.
Activate line lock, apply brake pressure, OK, and
there we go. Just like that.
Oh, it noticed that we were rotating, and it says line lock canceled vehicle rotation. Okay.
Interesting.
Okay, so let's try it again. Hopefully we get a little bit more grip and slip and, all right, okay. And? It's not bad, right?
Is that the first time you've done it like that?
Oh, no, this is made for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at the cloud of smoke.
It looks like a bomb went off.
Everybody at the other end is going to be very aware of what just happened. Look at
yeah. and that is what this car is all about, because it just makes you smile like an idiot.
Yeah.
Like it is not practical at all. The gas mileage is horrible. The rear seats are sort of unusable, but I would love to drive this every day, and that's what I'm doing right now.
Awesome, and even more awesome when you've literally built it up and it's all done. So, should we get back to that end?
Oh, absolutely.
I'll hop in the GT500.
Oh yeah.
And let's see what happens.
Yeah. You should do a burnout too.
Yeah, I think so. It's GT500 time then. So let's get this started. Yes. So in here, it's a little bit more complicated to do a line lock, but initially, let's get things set up comfortably. Gosh, it's hot. It's 26 degrees Celsius. I guess that's about 80 Fahrenheit. For me, that feels hot. So in here, we've got the mode switch, which we can push up a few times, similarly to in the Charger. That's my mode Sport Track. Oh, air conditioning blowing hard right now. We can turn traction into off. That's not fully off. And then into drive. Launch control not available. Yeah, that's to do with the traction control. So let's go for a little run in here as well. We've got the dual clutch in here, which yes. So I'm just going to take things easy for a moment. Freddy had done a run or two. I just need to get a little bit comfortable with where we are with the runway here. I don't actually know which way this is going to go, because if a Hellcat Redeye hooks up, it should be quicker. 10.6, as Freddy was saying. This is very top end of 10s if you get a lucky run and everything goes well. But I don't think in reality we're going to achieve that. Make sure the brakes are all good. Gearbox in here is just phenomenal. In second gear though, rolling at 35 miles per hour. Have a look up forwards, foot down. Woo! Got to watch out for the traction. It's a little bit slippy at this end, but I was going to say it hooks up, but it only really hooks up if obviously you're on the clean part of the ground. Now, if I put traction back on and then I hold it, we should get advanced track off in a second. There we go. Now this is where, out here, it should basically just go for a little spin. God, look at that! Look where we did the burnout before the line lock. The amount of rubber on the ground. Right, okay. Okay, get some heat into those rear tyres. We've got the Sport Cup 2s on this. Right. I think we're ready to give this a go. Let's get to the other end and go line up alongside Freddy and get everything set. Just pulling forwards for a moment, we need to do a test launch control in here. Now, we're in track. We want traction in on, basically in track mode. We've got LC on the dashboard at the right. It tells me launch control is ready. You actually don't need to do anything. If you press the Cobra button on the steering wheel, you can go into track apps and set the RPM of your launch control. And I think on this surface, we probably want quite a low number. If you set it all the way up, you're gonna have problems launching. So we're at 2300 RPM there. Back to the main screen, and then all you do is foot on the brake, foot on the throttle, build up the revs, wait for it, wait for it, wait for it, go. that's 100 miles an hour. Let's back it off there. Turns out that's pretty easy. It actually got off the line slightly better than I expected. I probably wanted an automatic though, to not miss any shifts. So I might just quickly give it a slightly higher RPM on the launch control. It's fun that you can do this. You need to come to a standstill to change it. So standstill into RPM. Let's go 2600 and see what happens. See if we manage to get grip at that. I'm keeping my AC on, but let's give this another go. Right, ready, 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 go. Nope, bogged down completely. Quite interesting to see. So that's when we need to pop it back down again. Me, competitive? Not at all. Let's try 2200. All right, let's give this a go. And go. Bit better. Wow, this thing is stupid fast and stupid loud. But at least I think I know what I'm doing now. All right, game on, Freddy. Let's see what happens.
Okay, so first time I'm actually racing this thing. Let's put it into sport and we will line up here.
It's time. Thumbs up then. I should probably turn the AC down a bit. Oh, go. First run. Oh, Freddy's away first. Oh, and then we're off.
Come on, come on, go, 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 go. No! Monica!
Wow. That was actually really interesting. I think we were away from the line at about the same time. But he was off the line quicker than me, and then when he was off and got the grip, it was just a case initially of a very slow catch-up before this basically started to give chase properly and it became a different game. I'm going to do a couple more just to see how they all go, but that was really interesting. You were off the line faster.
Yeah, but you have some top end in that thing, man.
It was interesting how it was a slow catch-up, but once it had caught up, GT500 was gone.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I was screaming, no, Monica.
Let's line up and do it again.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, thumbs up. Freddy's thumbs up. That means it's time. Go. He's away again.
Come on, go, 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 go. Oh yeah. He's catching up. He's catching up. Whoa.
Wow, that's close. Gosh, about 140 miles per hour there. I'm really interested that he gets off the line first. This car has very little weight at the back, and stupidly, I'm in track mode, not drag strip mode. I'm missing a trick here. I need to go and do this again in drag strip mode properly. In fact, let me do a test run. I don't know why I forgot that, because I have done drag strip races with this before. So we've got the mode into drag strip, which sits down the suspension, so it's a bit softer. And it basically allows the car to get more grip at the back. Not sure it helped a lot there, but right. Okay, we've got to do a third one. Now that I've realized the error in my ways. That was a bit silly of me, wasn't it? Right, okay, all in the heat at the moment. Bit spontaneous, but I think we might have this, or at least be a little bit closer next time off the line. Freddy, I've just realized something really dumb.
What?
I didn't put my car in drag strip mode.
Oh no! Because dude, I almost had you.
You did. So next time around, or this time around,
okay,
in drag strip mode.
Okay. Let's do it. What happens? Does it get lower? Is it like a Koenigsegg or something?
No, it super softens the rear suspension to get help with the weight transfer, because at the moment, rear seat delete, there's no weight in the back.
Okay.
Let's see.
We can do it again.
We're doing one more.
Let's do it.
Right, let's do this. Go. Oh, completely bogged. Completely bogged. That means it's a massive game of catch up. So what speed are we going to catch Freddy this time? 100, 110.
Oh, drag strip mode couldn't help him. My foot is welded to the firewall. Nope. Sorry, GT500.
120, 140, 150 miles an hour, and I'm going on the brakes.
Oh no! Oh yeah! Right at the last second, huh?
Okay, so it turns out the drag strip mode, I guess, basically needs a prepped strip with a bit more grip. And here, where we're obviously just on a normal surface, we don't have that. And it didn't stick enough. What's really interesting though is now it's super floppy with this soft suspension. So I'm actually going to have to put it back into, well, any mode. Let's go to track right now. And what's he about to do? Look out in front. I probably need to stay back. Yup. Shredding those tires.
So we're just gonna do a quick turnaround the way you do it, and then okay.
Nice, Freddy. My turn.
Not a bad day at work, right?
Not as smoky as his. The amount of tyre smoke coming off the Dodge was pretty cool there. Yeah, well, good times, hey? Really interesting. It took until 150 miles an hour before I caught up that time round though, which is... I'm not foot flat because of the dodgy ground here and because of the stones. Don't want to get the front completely peppered. That was really, really good fun. Love it. Freddy.
Yeah, dude.
I tell you what.
That was fun, right?
Yeah, that's fun. And this is really quite quick off the line because, as you were saying, those are notorious for not being easy to get off the line.
No. Well, I think that comes down to the Michelins on here, because the stock tires would have just completely exploded.
Yeah.
But they sort of held on, and the amount of top end that your car has. I mean, at some point my car runs out of like being able to escape the laws of physics, right?
Yeah, it's weight, it's gearing.
Yeah.
It's...
But your car, it screams by, and the sound that this makes at full tilt when it goes by, it's glorious. It's so good.
Well, I found those pretty fascinating runs. I wasn't expecting you to be so quick off the line, and I wasn't expecting this to be so much faster when we're on the move.
Oh yeah.
So I guess two kind of surprises. You've won off the line every race. I've won somewhere down there every race.
So who, I think, listen, I'll be charitable here, because we were still racing when you passed me. So I think you won those.
But if that last race had been an official quarter, you would have got to the quarter first.
Yeah,
sure.
I think so, because we were doing, that was like 150 something at the end. Yeah.
That kind of speed. It's fascinating to see that it's really so much down to getting the hookup off the line.
And it's insane that these cars are essentially $100,000 or less, and they're that fast.
And we're doing 150 miles an hour by where we can see now.
Yeah, no, that's insanity.
Well, that was really good fun. Thank you very much, dude.
Yeah.
Great to see you.
Anytime.
Congrats, as always, on getting you this project completed up.
Well, now you've ruined me. Now I have to get one of these.
Yeah?
Is this for sale?
No.
Okay, so if you're leaving at some point, right?
I'll tell you what, though, it needs new rear tires. If you...
Okay, I can put those on for you, and I can keep this car at my shop. I would do that for you.
A loaner for a few months?
Yes. And if you wanted to leave it longer than that, that's fine too.
We'll see. Well, I'm sure it's going to be back at some point. As always, guys, do check out Freddy's channel. Links will be down below. Thank you very much for having me along today to join you here. What a place. And to see the GT500 up against your Hellcat Redeye.
Yes.
That's it for this time, though. Thank you very much for watching. As always, guys, appreciate the support an awful lot. And we'll see you again very soon. Cheers.